Hello kids, this is the equation question that came in 2019 paper, and this is a bit hard that comparing to the last years, because here it says the already the balances that you got, right? Here it says Kamal commenced the business on 1st of April 2018, and the balances extracted from the draft financial statements for as in closing date 31st March 2019. So which means for that year they already did the accounting, and then these are the final balances, so which means the closing balances. And what we have to do here, and they give 10 omissions and errors, and we have to correct these omissions and errors through the equations, through the given equation, right? So you have to draw the equation as exact same equation that they are asking, and then you have to put the closing balances, and then you have to do the corrections, right? So first thing, depreciation of property, plant and equipment amounting 500,000, and that was omitted. So that 500,000 you have to deduct from property, plant and equipment, and also it is an expense. So your equity should decrease by 500. And the second one is the rent of the showroom of 80,000 for March 2019 has been included in the prepaid rent account. If it is March, so that means that amount is relevant for this year, right? So from the rent prepayment, you have to deduct that, and that should convert as an expense. So your equity should decrease 80,000 as well. Third one, electricity bill of 5,000 for March 2019 has been neither paid or no account. So either paid or not, that doesn't matter. It should be considered as an expense, so equity should decrease. And in this case, it's not paid in cash. So that is accrued payments, right? So that accrued payments you have to consider as your liabilities. Okay. And the fourth one, the purchase of goods costing 80,000 on credit on 30th March 2019 has not been recorded in the books of accounts. Purchase of goods. So that purchase of goods you have to consider as your stock increased 80, and that was on credit. So your creditors are increased by 80 as well. Fifth one, the sale of goods costing 200. So your stock should decrease by 200, and 400 on cash. So your cash should increase by 400, and the profit from that you have to add it to the equity, right? And the next one, inventory items costing 40,000 was destroyed during the year and were not in a saleable conditions. However, these items has been included in inventory at cost, and they did not have a residual value. So these are the stock damages. So stock damages you should deduct from the stocks, and you should consider this stock damage as your expense. So your equity should decrease as well. Seventh one, a customer has placed an order to purchase 40 items. The selling price of these goods was 240,000, and this amount has been received during the year, and this amount was recorded in the advance received account. So that was the balance that have in advance received here. And what happened? As in 31st March 2019, half of these goods has been delivered to the customer, and the cost of that is 80. So stock should decrease by 80, and half of this means half of the sales, so 120. So the total sales that you received, you recorded in advance received. Now that advance received is converting to an income. So that 120 you should decrease, so which means deduct from here. And what happened here? You are selling 80,000 worth of stock for 120, and the selling profit you should consider, you should add it to the equity, right? 8.1, the bank statement received as in April 3rd, and revealed that the check of 20,000 received from a debtor has been dishonored by the bank. So your cash should decrease by 20, and again debtor should increase by 20, right? And next one, the bank statement also revealed that the check of 50,000 has been deposited by the debtor directly in the bank and not recorded. And the case is this amount has been written off as the incoverable amount. So which means they consider this as a bad debt. But after all, that amount was received in cash. So your cash is increased by 50 and you have to hear the written off the expense that you write down as your bad debt. So written off in expenses mean your equity should increase, right? So why this 50 debtors deposits is not recorded under debtors? Because when you consider that as in bad debts in the first place, it's already deducted from debtors. When you're recording bad debts, you have to deduct from debtors and you should consider as an expense. But here what happened? The the amount that you written off as bad debts, you received in cash. So cash increase, and here you have to cancel the expense that you already write down, right? 10th one, the bank statement revealed 2,000 paid by the business as examination fees of overnight children, so which means the drawings, cash decrease, and your equity should decrease as well. So that's how these errors and omissions, 10 errors and omissions that you are writing down, you should write down in the given equation. And from the second thing, they are asking the statement of show the correction of draft profit for the year ending 31st March 2019. So the profit that they already calculated is 580, right? There is another thing that I should mention here. Here the opening capital introduction is 6,000 and the profit that they generated, the drafted profit that they generate is 580. So the equity that you should mention here is altogether 6,580. Okay. And here I am discussing how to correct your draft profit. So your draft profit is 580. So here the PPE depreciation you should deduct from over there 580 and the rent expense you should deduct. And here what is this? The accrued payment, the electricity I think it should also deduct. And the selling profit you should add, and stock damages you should deduct, and also the profit you should add. And ninth one, what is that? Ninth one. Then the bad debts written off, which means the bad debts reverse entry, and this also you should add. And the last one, drawings. Our drawings are not affecting to the profit. So only these transactions you should adjust, right? And the journal entries required to rectify records of the above second, third, fourth, and ninth, and 10th, including the narration as well. So second transaction, electricity bill 5,000 has been neither paid or not account. The double entry for that is electricity debit, accrued electricity credit. Third one, the purchase of goods costing 80,000 on credit. So the double entry of that is purchasers debit and creditors should credit. Fourth one, purchase of good costing 80,000 on credit. No, I already discussed that. Second thing is the rent, right? The rent of the showroom 80,000 for March 2019. So the double entry of that, the correction double entry should be rent expense debit, prepaid rent credit, because you are converting that prepaid rent to an expense, right? And ninth one, the bank statement also revealed that the check 50,000 has been deposited directly to the bank dishonest. Now, this amount has been written off as incoverable amount. So here the double entry should be cash debit at that bad debts credit. You have to reverse the bad debts expense. Yes, you have to reverse that. So when the bad debts happens, bad debts debit, and to reverse that bad debts credit. And the last one, the bank statement revealed 2,000 paid by the business, the owner's drawings. So drawings debit, cash credit. And these are the workbooks that I already published for 2025 A levels. And you can purchase these books by WhatsApping me. And these all contents are discussing through YouTube. Likewise, these, right? So if you want to purchase, just send me the WhatsApp message. Yeah, I already drafted the. So here, from the drafter profit to the drafter profit, you have to add the sales profit and the yes, there are two sales profit, 240, and bad debt recovery, and then you have to deduct depreciation, rent, electricity, stock damages, and then you can get the adjusted profit as 245. And these double entries I already discussed, right? So even you learn a word, please do a comment for me. And if you want to purchase the books, just WhatsApp me, and we will meet from another lesson, hope, and activity. So until that, work hard for your idols. Goodbye.